All right, welcome back, everybody, to Crockett Corner Season 2, Episode 15. And this time I'm talking with John Gaskins with the Sioux Falls Canaries. Morning, John.
Good morning, Ray. How are you?
I am great. Thanks for taking some of your time.
I believe you sincerely. I can tell. You're wearing a nice kind of pastel blue shirt, and you got a jolly look on your face, and I can tell you're not faking it.
Yes, I am. I'm always jolly. You know?
Yes, you are.
Yes. So, we're talking about the Sioux Falls Canaries. The season's about to wrap up. What do you got to tell these people? What do we got to do to get them to the 7 final home games of the season?
Well, it's the happiest place in Sioux Falls. It's a happy place. It's the best place for summer fun for people of all ages. There's just a zillion smiles and laughs a night. If you love baseball, great. It's high-level pro baseball. It's not beer league softball. I mean, these are guys in their 20s and 30s who have either played higher levels of baseball or are about to. But mainly, it's there for family entertainment beyond the baseball, especially for the kids. And so when you come out, no matter what our promotion is, I mean, we had a Happy Gilmore night the other night. We had a Wizards and Wands Harry Potter night the other night. We've had Area 51 night where, we dress up like Martians all night, change our nickname to the Minnehaha Martians. We've had Christmas in July. We do that every single year. Whether it's a Tuesday or a Friday full of fireworks, which are our most popular nights for obvious reasons, and whatever the weather may be, it's always sunny at the Birdcage.
And they got, let's go over some of the promos you guys had this year, besides the Minnehaha Martians.
Yes.
Which, I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This year I didn't have to paint my face and head green to be the lead
normal
character.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I thought.
Yeah. Are you telling me something I don't know? Should I go take a look in the mirror right now? That was an incredible night. It's kind of like the night of the year where we change the nickname, have special jerseys, and me as the kind of guy on the microphone, the stadium host, for all these things. That's the fun of my job is I get to wear goofy costumes all the time because I want people to have an instant smile or laugh just when I walk down the stairs or I walk around the place. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, we've had the Christmas in July where we joyfully turned the Birdcage into a winter wonderland the best way we can. It's.
You always got food specials.
Thank you. I mean, if you want to skip to the food, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because, man, it's classic ballpark stuff. We've done a lot of experimenting over the years. We've tried to bring in more than the basics, and then we've gone back to the basics. But, man, the food is really good. I'll start even with the pizza. You associate hot dogs, burgers, brats with baseball games, and ours are fantastic. And especially the hot dogs, that's really the food people associate a baseball game with. And we've got the Nathan's hot dogs, so you know what you're getting out of those. But our pizza is just, it's better than the stuff you're going to call and order and get delivered from a place. It's really, I'm a pizza guy. The crust is, a Parmesan, cheesy, buttery crust. I mean, it's just flavor popping everywhere. There's all kinds of sweet treats, ice cream. The French fries aren't just a soggy lump of slop. Yeah. They are actual crispy French fries that are seasoned and tasty. And I see this every night. I don't eat these things every night, but I see people walking around with it, and I get so jealous. And sometimes I might ask them hey, can I have a cheese curd, please? Those just look so. Can I have a cheese curd? I'm just really hungry. Just one cheese curd. Make me happy. But again, that goes with the zillions of smiles a night. Just these little things here and there. And the food is certainly part of it, and we're stocked with plenty of adult beverages as well, not just the beers, the variety of the domestics and craft beers from local breweries, but also we do have cocktails as well.
So let's assume that everybody listening right now has never been to the Birdcage.
Yeah.
We talk about all the family fun.
Yes.
What is the free family thing? I want you to nail it.
Free family thing?
What is the things that kids can do while the game is going on?
Well, if you want to start with kids, first of all, when you walk in the entrance, we have just a giant yellow chair. I mean, yes. If you've seen this. So, I mean, it's a mammoth-sized chair that 10 people could sit in. It's about 10 feet high. But it's easy to climb into. You might have to lift your little kids up onto it. But we encourage people to get in there and take their pictures, and it just kind of starts the experience. It's the kind of chair or something you'd see on the road in maybe a touristy place where we're making. That's establishing right now. We're taking a picture. We're making a memory. This is worth it. But for the little ones, we've got a kids zone, so a free bounce house and playground area that is staffed by our staff. So mom and dad, you can watch the kids go up and down the slides and the swings, bounce around in the bounce house if you'd like. But if you want for an evening to take your kids to something fun and burn off some steam, and you want to get them out of your hair a little bit, go sit down and relax. And it just happens to be baseball is your conduits to, on a nice summer's night, and most of them are nice nights. Most of the ballpark is in the shade. Look at the green grass, watch a little baseball under the blue sky, have a beverage or two with your kids out of your hair. But they're there,
Yep. And
we're taking care of them, and they're having fun. That's a win-win for everybody. And then once they get to be a certain age, they outgrow the playground. And then you just, every night, that's part of the joy of me seeing it every night, is these 6 to 13-year-old kids, whenever there's a foul ball that's hit, they're running around the place trying to chase down. Yes. You bring up the Mike. What movie is that from?
Yes. It's not going to come to my head right now.
Mike. Yeah.
Mine.
So that's a sound effect from whatever Pixar movie that was. When you hear a bunch of kids scrambling to go chase down these foul balls.
I think it's Ice Age, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a perfect example of the little things you get once you're in the park, that it's free smiles, right? We have an entertainment staff, starting with our public address announcer, Randy, but also there's what I would call our sound guy, our music guy named Chris. And so, also when a foul ball gets hit out of the park, which presumably is going to land somewhere in the parking lot, you'll hear the sound effect of the glass breaking. Yes. Somebody's windshield just broke. And by the way, thanks to 605 Auto Glass, it's a 605 Auto Glass honk, honk, foul ball. So, I mean, we do exactly what you're doing, that's the aim, is just little things beyond, we're just watching baseball, and there's the crack of the bat, and there's a foul ball. It's things to get people smiling and laughing, and we got all those tricks up our sleeve all night long. When the other team, the opposing team, has a mound visit where the whole team congregates on the mound, they're in a bit of a jam. The manager comes out and they're trying to strategize what to do next. That's when Randy, our PA announcer, says, "Well, folks, we have a hidden microphone that we installed in the mound before the game started. Would you all like to listen in on their conversation?"
Yes.
Hey. And then, we'll play the famous scene from the mound visit in Bull Durham, where they're trying to figure out, one guy's getting married and freaking out and can't figure out the wedding gifts. But, we'll play Bar-oo-ga-ta, the Chevy Chase, Clark Griswold scene from National Lampoon's Vacation, when it's pouring and Aunt Edna's dead and they're leaving her on the porch, and his wife wants to at least have a nice quick funeral for her. Yes. We play the funeral scene. And so maybe these things are scenes from movies you remember, you recognize. Anchorman, boy, that escalated quickly. When we get a big rally going and score several runs and they have a mound visit, it's that escalated quickly. See, you got to keep your head on a swivel. Is that a trident and a man on fire? So just those are many examples. There are many examples. I try to provide some of that myself. We have a beer batter. So we pick one player from the opposing team every night who has a bad batting average or, is the team leader in strikeouts. And we have a deal. Every time that guy goes up to bat, we play some Italian polka beer music, or that would be Polish. We play polka music, Polish. And and hey, folks, it's the beer batter. If he strikes out, when he strikes out, $4 Coors Lights go on sale for till the end of the inning, a little cheap beer. And when I was a fan, some of these things are long-time traditions at the Birdcage. Before I started working there, that was the thing that perked me up the most. Is yay beer, cheap beer. So, and they through in between pitches, you're playing polka music the whole time. And when there's a strike, you got 1 strike and 2 strikes, the energy builds, the anticipation builds. All right, and even the little kids who know they can't have a beer, they get excited just because it's something to give incentive for people to, pay attention to this at bat, have some fun, and the place goes crazy. And meanwhile, I'm dancing goofily in the aisles and the concourses to the polka music. Again, I think it's a treat. Maybe it's an annoyance, but it's those kind of stuff that we do. And one of my favorite. I could go on, and I know you don't want me to, but Jerry the K-sign guy. So I love it when people come to the games and our pitcher strikes out a batter for the first time in the game, usually early in the game, and then you hear something, by the second or third pitch on the next guy's at bat, and it's just it's just kind of a whiz, and that's it. And then after our next strikeout, again, not immediately afterward, but maybe a minute later, you'll hear the clack. And this is all going on right behind home plate. Well, it's a string that goes above the stands and ends right at where our fences, our netting is, right behind home plate. And it's these, they would be plastic signs, cardboard signs, and they are K signs. K is the symbol that means strikeout in baseball. And so that's how you mark it down in the scorebook. And so you got the K signs, and after each strikeout, another K sign comes down, and it gets louder and louder every time. First time, people just kind of, what was that? Second time, they hear the clack, and they're like, oh, it's that. Okay. And then and it keeps going on. Of course, if we get 8 strikeouts, you win a free sub from Jersey Mike's. Nice. So it's again an incentive, a growing anticipation. But the guy who puts up the signs, he sits next to the stairs that lead up to the K signs. His name is Jerry. He's been at the ballpark since our first summer in 1993. He's got all the retro jerseys. He's one of the Canaries' biggest fans. And most of the time he's got a long gray beard, sometimes long hair, older gentleman, works at a cigar shop, just the nicest guy. And so it dawned on me not too long ago that at least once a game, we've got a few Ks built up there. Let's bring attention to Jerry. So I get the crowd doing Jerry, Jerry, Jerry chants like we're on the Jerry Springer show in the 90s. Sure. Now, if you know the Jerry Springer show, that brings again some fun memories. If you're like me in college at the time and would watch it a lot. If you don't know the reference, it's okay. We're still chanting the guy's name.
Google it.
But Google it. Everybody's happy. And the good thing is he turns out Jerry, very low-key guy, loves it. He'll take his cap off and wave to the crowd after the K signs clack, and they've been cheering his name. So he gets a kick out of it. And cultural references, as I mentioned, these movie clips, whether you've heard them or not, they're meant to be loud, kind of obnoxious, kind of funny. And then there's Harry Canary. Mm-hmm. So if you grew up watching Cubs baseball in the 80s like I did, and the great, joyful, drunken face and voice of baseball, Harry Carey, he would sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" at Wrigley Field. He's doing the TV and or radio broadcast, but then the whole stadium hears him in the middle of the 7th inning for the 7th inning stretch to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Well, so we do that, but and for someone like me who loved Harry Carey and then loved how Will Ferrell immortalized him in Saturday Night Live in the late 90s, again, that's 30 years ago. Mm-hmm. For those who are old enough to remember all these things, it's a great nostalgic moment, I'd like to think. And for those who are not old enough they don't even know the Will Ferrell Saturday Night Live reference. They Google it. But you see a goofy-looking guy in huge Coke bottle glasses, and he's kind of crazy, and he's shouting and slurring, "Take me out to the ball game," and then there's a 30-second back and forth with Randy about spelling words. Hey, what line of Google spelled backwards is? Slogan idol. Hey, it's a Saturday night. Hey, everybody, tell your friends at church tomorrow that Leinenkugel spelled backwards is Slugadidle. You'll be the smartest person in church. Hey, I love having a good old Slugadidle on a kayak. You know what kayak spelled backwards is? Kayak. You know. And by now, Randy and I have done like 350 plus games together, so it's a moment every night that we enjoy, the back and forth between Randy and Harry. And I know I've given you like 45 minutes worth of the stuff that you get no matter what game you go to, but there's so much more of it every single night. That's what's fun.
All right, so let's wrap this up because I know you got 1,000 things going on today.
As you do.
Yeah. We got 7 home games coming up. How do they get a hold of some tickets?
Best way is sfcanaries.com.
Okay.
That's the best, quickest way. And when you get tickets online, sometimes, like Tuesdays, we have $10 tickets. So it's a nice discount from your normal night. But you have to those are just for people who get the tickets online only. And so you go there, tickets.sfcanaries.com is the direct place, but our website has all the information you need from our upcoming promotions to our tickets, the different levels of tickets. I mean, this is a great place to take, if you want to take your office, 20 or 30 people, we've got several suites where you can enjoy indoor-outdoor seating, and some special food made by our staff and drinks, private bathrooms, everything's right there for you. The home run decks out in right field by the Tiki Bar for big groups. And then smaller groups, we've got this thing called the Perch Club Room, where it's literally feels like, a club room. And, so if you have a little group, 2 of you, 6 of you, 10 of you, you don't have enough, or you don't want to shell out for a suite. For a much lower price, you can kind of get an all-exclusive experience, again, of it's kind of a party room for everybody who's doing this that you share with other people, maybe make some new friends, indoor-outdoor seating and all that. But all the information about all those things is at sfcanaries.com. But, you can go out to our box office at the Birdcage. Most people know where that's at, right across the street from the Denny Sanford Premier Center, and normal business hours. You can do it the old-fashioned human way, and we'll print you up a couple tickets. Or you can call the office at 336-6060.
And they can also just walk up to the ticket window.
Absolutely. You can do that each and every night. And in fact, we just had it. We had we had a free tickets night for kids age 12 and under, and that's obviously for things like that. Or here's a good example for anybody who's in the military, whether you are a veteran or are currently serving, National Guard, anybody who has served our country, who has an ID to prove it, take that to the ticket window, and we have a military discount for each and every game.
Yeah, well, you just answered my final question I had for you. That was going to be my follow-up.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
John, thanks for your time, buddy. I appreciate it.
Ray, thank you. Enjoy the game. Go Birds. Leinenkugel spelled backwards is Slugadidle.